Both sides went into this game with very different looking starting 15s, with lots of players away on international duty. The visitors, looking for their 7th successive win over Dragons, showed 11 changes from the side that narrowly beat Connacht last time. Dragons, looking for their first home win against Leinster since December 2009, were hoping to make things hot for the away side. The Welsh team made 8 changes for this game, and the hope for the big crowd was that the fireworks pre-match would be followed by fireworks on the pitch. With so many changes to both sides, it was perhaps no great surprise that the early stages of the game were somewhat disjointed. Leinster putting the first points on the board through Jimmy Gopperth in the 13th minute. 3-0, however, Dragons got straight back into it 2 minutes later, when South African Zane Kirchner, making his first start, was whistled by referee Peter Fitzgibbon for not releasing the ball. Tom Prydie raised a cheer from the home faithful when his kick went straight between the posts to make it 3-all after 15 minutes. As the game approached the half-hour mark, Matt O'Connor's side thought they'd scored the first try of the match. From Kirchner's grubber, Noel Reid collected and fed Gopperth, who crossed the line. The referee asked for the TMO's assistance, and it was ruled that Reid's right foot was in touch before he passed the ball, and the effort was disallowed.
No try, touch.
That was a good break for Dragons, and within a couple of minutes things would get better. Leinster dominated in the scrum towards halfway, but somehow managed to cough up a penalty for hands on the ground. Richie Rees was quick thinking and fed Pat Leach, who juggled before offloading to Hallam Amos. Amos then found Prydie on the wing, and his pass inside to Ross Wardle was spot on. The number 12 dashing over the line for the first try of the night, and what a beauty it was. The crowd loved it. Just Wardle's second ever Pro 12 try for Dragons, and the home side in front for the first time on the night. Jason Tovey's conversion, like the try that preceded it, was top class, and Dragons were 10-3 ahead on 31 minutes. As the first half drew to a close, Dragons were penalised, not for the first time, for going off their feet in the ruck. Gopperth slotted the resultant penalty over with the last kick of the half to leave it Dragons 10, Leinster 6 at the break. Shortly after the restart, Tovey and Gopperth exchanged penalties to leave it 13-9. Dragons unable to relax with such a narrow lead, and their cause wasn't helped in the 57th minute when Ieuan Jones was sent to the bin for taking out the lifter at the line-out. No argument from the 6'7" lock from Swansea. The visitors took advantage of their numerical superiority almost immediately. Hooker Aaron Dundon, making his first start of the season, used his bulk to get over the line from close range. And although the decision was sent up to the TMO for confirmation, there was very little doubt that the number 2 was over for only his second ever Pro 12 try. Leinster back in front 16-13 after Gopperth's conversion. Just past the hour mark, the Irish province moved up a gear and put some distance between the sides. Shane Jennings found Kirchner, who in turn picked out Reid, and with no defenders in sight, the young Dubliner had a clear run to the line for his first points of the season. A second try for the visitors while Jones sat in the bin, and perhaps a killer blow, as Gopperth's conversion made it 23-13 for the men in white. Dragons were down, but certainly not out. 9 minutes from time, another Tovey penalty brought it back to 16-23. That putting Dragons within a converted try of the visitors. And as the Welsh side piled the pressure on, Jack O'Connell got into trouble with the ref for deliberately fouling at the ruck. It meant yellow for the substitute, and it gave Tovey the chance to reduce the gap further. A chance he was happy to take. The visitors down to 14, and it was back to a 4-point game. Dragons 19, Leinster 23. was a late scare for Leinster as Dragons pressed for that all-important winning try. Substitute scrum half Jonathan Evans diving over right at the death. However, much to the home crowd's dissatisfaction, the referee brought the play back for a scrum, ruling that Evans didn't start his run from the mark. The scrummage that did follow came to naught. Leinster collected possession, cleared the ball, and for the second week in a row, Matt O'Connor's side squeaked a win with very little to spare. The Dragons collecting a losing bonus for their endeavours in a match they'll feel they should have won. Final score in front of a crowd of over 6,000 at Rodney Parade. Newport Gwent Dragons 19, Leinster 23.